Yeah, it's pro.
So, if you want to reach out real quickly, even if any of you, any educators in the room? No, make some noise. Any educators in the room? All right. Oh, raising their hand like, yes, Professor Lyrical. But for me, it's about increasing STEM degree attainment, basically for traditionally marginalized populations. And so, you don't want to get into the round, but I had the ear of kids, and so I could say, look, math is cool. Science and technology and engineering and mathematics are just one pillar of truth. For me, they're the ones that resonate with me the most. When I think of quantum mechanics, when I think of nanotechnology, I think the closest thing we have today to magic. Like, if you really understand what's going on at a quantum level where particles act like waves and waves, my math skills in on the side. Most kids don't have that opportunity. It was cool for me to be like, flipping and ribbing and shoving, nobody has ever been able to keep the lyrical skill. Like rhyming real fast. Or I'd sit in my room all day. When I be getting the rhythm, and then I'd be really getting my rhyming and making a miracle out of material lyrics that never been able to find in the fountain, command in the man, on the physical, literal, come in the pinnacle, medical, mineral. Then I get into it, no one has ever been able to go with the lyrical flow. Thanks. That was cool. They liked it too. Yeah. Many colleges with as many entry points into. I have a book that's all about this. It's called Put 'Em All to Shame. I took my album and all my songs and I correlated it to all the chapters in the book. I call it an al book. And I wrote about some of those entry points. One of the entry points for me has always been the history of the music industry, how it basically is an enslavement situation where you have a label making $10 traditionally for when they sell a CD, and the artist gets one. And the artists are lining up to do this. Like, please let me be down. Let me get $1. Get $1 million advance. You have to basically sell back 1 million records to actually pay off your advance. $9, meanwhile, going to the label that the label's clearing in profit. I teach this lesson in my classroom. I was lucky enough to have Chronicle. That's not a cool business plan to be in, unless you want to convince a kid that you should be on the other side of the desk, right? Why don't you be on the executive side of the desk and get some of that street entrepreneurialism into your hustle? Because this just isn't doing it for me. And when kids find out, basically the end of the joke here, it is a joke. In fact, it's a sad joke that you're going to owe money after your first album, even if you've gone platinum. What you're realizing is that what you've seen on TV is a lie coming from the powers that be, from the Clear Channels, from the Live Nations of the world that are, not to say that they're evil people, but the business mechanism is basically consolidation of the media and the airwaves that young kids are not even aware of. Bring a 17-year-old into your class and tell them that Universal essentially is GE, right? And that it essentially is NBC, and oh, by the way, it's essentially going to be Comcast. And they're gonna go, what?